We settled Mars over a century ago. Making this dusty rock our home wasn't easy, but the promise that led us across the void was freedom, something my family's bled for many times. For generations, we Masons have fought for the Red Faction. Many were heroes, but heroes have enemies, and one, a self-styled messiah named Adam Hale, has returned with an army to conquer Mars. It's a war he's losing. Now Hale's cultists have captured the Terraformer, the one thing keeping our atmosphere stable, and plan to destroy it. If the Terraformer goes down, we go down with it.
We're approaching the target, so listen up, people. Intel confirms that Marauder cultists led by Hell himself have overrun the Terraformer. Red Faction Command speculates that Adam Hale is planning a Pyrrhic victory.
What, Sarge?
In other words, Private, the cultists have gone kamikaze. See that nasty storm front ahead? Hale's already monkey-wrenched one of the atmosphere generators.
Yeah, and what's a monkey wrench?
It's a Pyrrhic victory.
You're my specialist.
Darius Mason, 3rd Engineers.
Mason. Should have figured you'd volunteer for this one. You better know your shit. Because once the hostiles are down, we need that damage reversed before the whole damn sky falls in.
Understood, Sergeant.
Remember, Adam Hell is kill on sight. Now lock and load.
Conditions deteriorating. Hang on, it's gonna get rough.
Darius, this is your situational awareness module. Are you still functional?
Yeah, Sam. Oh,
I need to assess your vitals.
Sam, this isn't the time to...
Look up.
Are we done, Mother?
Diagnosis complete. You have a slight concussion. Darius, the nanoforge was knocked offline in the crash. I'm rebooting the system.
Is it okay?
Yes, but it will take some time to restore full functionality.
Keep me posted, Sam. We can't complete the mission without it. I don't suppose you can radio Alpha to pick us up.
The proximity to the Terraformer is interfering with my transmissions.
See if there's a workaround.
Well, salutations, dear viewers. There's a lot I want to get into, but this introductory sequence in particular has a lot of dialogue, and I do not like being interrupted. So commentary is going to be a little light for this cinematic setup, and I do mean cinematic because, I mean, with that sci-fi splash screen when this starts... With that Sci-Fi Channel splash screen when this starts, this ties in heavily to a sci-fi movie they did called Red Faction Origins. I haven't seen it. So I can't talk on that, but I have seen enough, like, Sci-Fi Channel B-movie stuff to know that it probably wasn't that good. I do like the maul, because it's slower to swing, but this hits way harder than the Gorilla Hammer. This thing just annihilates whatever it hits. And there's a reason for that, because rather than relying on this for your melee... I might need a weapon out for it to work. Yes, my Nano Gauntlet gives me a nice structure-cracking melee. So, while I collect salvage, because that's not super involved, this is my second attempt at recording this. I lost 3.5 hours of footage because this game, OBS just can't see it for some reason. I tried recording a specific window, I tried capturing full screen application, nothing. So I'm in full display capture mode right now to try and get this. Now, of course, if I had a second monitor, I'd be able to see the recording in progress and know that it wasn't capturing anything. But I don't have a second monitor, so I have to make do with what I've got. These APCs look like shrunken versions of the APCs from Outriders. You know, at least before Outriders went all Mad Max after the first introductory sequence. Where are we? So we got a limited sprint, which is not great. I already collected all of these.
Last day in uniform tomorrow.
Damn it, door's blocked.
Knocking out the power sources should lower the shield generator.
So to make the most out of this, because it kind of just blasts through them, aim across two of them, and there we go.
I suggest using the plasma cannon.
Well, yes, Sam, but they're salvage, and because I'm not New Game Plus, I need to buy all my upgrades again. The thing was with New Game Plus, like, the game was kind of broken because I was still playing it on normal, but I still had all my, my stuff from the last time I played, and I was a little OP. So I'm dialing it back just a widge.
The only way through is to destroy the power source.
Yes, Sam is basically Na'vi, and we all wish she'd shut the fuck up.
That should do it.
Detecting movement. It is the cultists.
Here we go, Sam.
Hostiles on the bridge! I need an airstrike at 0803!
Coming in hot!
Nice shot, Coop! Stand down!
Ooh. I didn't do that, I swear. I don't quite understand why Red Faction guys are wearing blue. I know that this isn't like the old Red Faction, but I'll get into that again when I'm less likely to be interrupted. Oh, for God's sakes! You know what? Fine. Come on. Hey, guy. Oh god, like, that is such like a cliche. I mean, that looks like something out of 40K. I could see that being like Korn or Nurgle dress, probably. But that's one major complaint I have with this, is that visually, it's so cliched. I mean, here are these Red Faction guys wearing, like, hooded cloaks over something that looks kind of like a poor man's nanosuit. Why are they wearing cloaks? Oh, because it, like, looks cool in a frontiersman kind of way, like some sort of sci-fi duster. And it's like, yes, but dusters fulfill the purpose, and...
Here comes the cavalry.
What? Dusters fulfill the purpose, and these guys are just wearing capes on Mars.
You're on point! Secure the perimeter! On clear, Coop!
Roger that. Closing attack on target.
Oh, shit!
Alpha
Yeah, you
Cobra
might
is
have
approaching
noticed
the
we're
objective.
losing a little bit.
We can secure the perimeter, but we lost Mason. There's no way to repair the damage. Requesting assistance at Sector 1005.
Sergeant, it's Mason.
Unable
I
to
gotta get a different
maintain
angle.
radio contact.
We've got to get to the Terraformer.
Honestly, this plasma launcher reads very much like a 40k plasma weapon as well. You charge it up and it just kind of annihilates anything in front of it. I mean, this game has a lot of vaporizations. And I do like me some vaporizations. Now, there is like a expansion DLC to this. I don't know if it takes place before or after. I think it takes place before. But, I mean... Because maybe the idea, of course, was that anybody who didn't see the... oh, what? Oh, yeah, I love it when games do that. No, follow the path, player. This is not the route we intended. Guy shooting at. Oh, there's a survivor? Not anymore.
Darius, I've established radio contact with Sergeant Winters.
We can't secure the first objective. I repeat, we are taking heavy casualties at the Terraformer entrance. If anyone's out there, Hell's cultists have dug in, and we
Sarge,
can't...
it's Mason!
Mason, thought we'd lost you back there.
I was taking a shortcut.
That shit ain't funny, soldier. Now get your ass inside and stop Hell before he completes his plan.
Roger that.
Stay focused in there. It's swarming with hostiles.
I do kind of like this path a bit more than Dead Space's, like, static line.
Gotcha, Mason!
The cultists are entrenched in the surrounding buildings.
We've got to clear them out!
Give up, Mason!
I mean, I don't get what's going on with this assault rifle. We reload it with like a cylinder on the top that looks like a charge pack or something, but yet it's not an energy weapon because we get those later. So yeah, this is an entirely incomprehensible piece of equipment. And it like has very little visually to relate to the previous Red factions. And I mean, a visual renewal is not a bad thing, but there should be some consistency. And the thing is, a lot of the stuff that is consistent is a little bit like an asset flip, like the towers and so forth. I mean, you'd expect the infrastructure from when the EDF had occupied the planet to be left behind. More so than the Ultor stuff, because of course Ultor, they didn't have much facilities on the surface because they hadn't terraformed the planet. Yeah, the towers, the buildings, a lot of it's very guerrilla. Nope, didn't give it enough. Salvage. Yeah, this stuff is essential because instead of upgrading weapons, you upgrade your abilities, which honestly I prefer because the thing is, if you upgrade a single weapon, then you have to commit to that weapon.
Has been restored on the nanoforge.
Just in time.
But upgrading your character's abilities actually enhances, you know, your entire range of arsenal and so forth. So here's a cool feature of this game, and I want to take a moment before I do it to explain why it's cool, because there was a nano rifle in the last game, and nanotech was used as a method of destroying things, but here's the problem. You can destroy stuff with a rocket or a plasma bomb. Blowing stuff up is not high-tech. You could literally do it with a hammer. Well, you can't blow stuff up with a hammer, but you could destroy it with a hammer. You don't need
entrance is through
nanotech.
here, right?
Yes,
Oh,
but
God.
the bridge is out.
When has that ever stopped us before?
You don't need nanotech to destroy things, but something that realistically, only nanotech can do is actively and dynamically repair stuff. And this is a core mechanic of this game, and it's actually kind of awesome. It's just a really
Give
cool
me a sit
feature.
rep, Sam.
No movement detected in the cargo bay.
Good. I could use a breather.
So yeah, as I understand it, like the Red Faction, as we knew them, dissolved post-EDF, but a new group called the White Faction, which was actually EDF remnants in hiding on the planet, formed, and then a new Red Faction formed as a kind of Martian state army, which is why, you know, rather than revolutionaries, we're like army guys now, but yet we're still Red Faction.
Sam! I need a plan of attack!
Run.
That's not a plan!
Oh.
Running out of cover here!
Use the nanoforge to repair the crates.
Oh, right.
And cover. Well, that's not gonna help if he just, like, runs into me. Ammo.
How is this thing still standing?
Look on the bright side, at least it's a scout walker.
He's not getting up from that.
So, are any of these collectible salvage, or is it all just ammo? I mean, that's a cinematic dive roll if I ever saw one. Like, there's even some, like, Max Payne airtime. Alright, yeah, enter the Terraformer. I'll be ending this session after this prologue bit, just to make sure it's, you know, working this time. Instead of getting 3 hours deep before realizing it's fucked. Yeah, that looks like a budget nano suit. That's one point. A lot of stuff in this game is very unoriginal. Hey, I remember Capek doing that in the original Red Faction. Kind of. Yeah, that was like his... That was like his
Mason, what's your
nanotech
status?
attack.
I'm inside.
Good. The cultists have tripped damn near every security system in the building. Every sector is on lockdown. You'll need to clear each one before the system reboots.
Yes, sir.
Hurry. We don't have much time.
Aside from being cliched, the story of this game is kind of fucked, and the ludo-narrative dissonance, like, we're supposed to be protecting and repairing this terraforming facility, yet when I use impact to punch through a door or a wall, I end up smashing a bunch of presumably important infrastructure. Oh, nice job making it over that railing, buddy. And again, I'm causing more explosions that are just... like, are we not supposed to be protecting this place? I'm just making stuff blow up. I mean, I, personally, could avoid that. But where's the fun in that? This is Red Faction, you blow stuff up. Even in Guerrilla, where you're supposed to be sneaky about it, the game makes that really hard, because you still basically just explode everything in sight. Oh! Whoa!
Us. It wasn't us that drove us from our homes into exile. They hate us, fear us. Why? Because they are jealous. They are scared. They know who we are. They know we are the true masters of Mars. And because of this, they must destroy us. Destroy our very way of life. My children, we are not the outcasts. We are the chosen, and we will be triumphant.
How does this guy have enough charisma to run a cult? He sounds like a goddamn creep. I mean, this assault rifle, for example. I mean, yeah, there's the magazine. Why is it a cylinder? It looks like a power pack, but yet we're firing ballistic projectiles. Not only that, this thing has 3 barrels. You might not have noticed that, but yes, it has...
David? David, are you at your station? We are at code blue. Nelson is dead. I thought him in his office. Somebody shot him. We have a breach. We need to... Oh, shit. I think I heard something. Oh, God. Somebody's in here.
That's a lot of cultists. That's Red Faction, alright. The enemies are way tankier than they fucking ought to be. And this is normal difficulty. Why are you guys just spawning endlessly? Ah, great, I'm out of ammo. Well, fine, have some plasma. Really use an ammo pickup. There we go. Yeah, we've got 3 barrels. They reciprocate on this fucking weird-ass space rifle of ours. I mean, what is this gun? My biggest complaint, though, is it underperforms. I mean, ballistic weapons are useful when you're trying not to smash the environment, which maybe makes sense why we're deployed with them in here, given that we're trying to save the Terraformer. But, in general, the energy weapons in this game are so much more fun to use, because there's something very viscerally satisfying about watching an enemy turn to vapor.
The core with explosives.
If Hale brings this place down, the whole planet is screwed.
And reload. Yes, before we fix anything, let's make sure we've cleared the place out, because I hate having to fix and then destroy and then have to fix again.
The area has sustained a significant amount of damage.
You think? So yes, here's where the game makes our Nanoforge repair capability thematically relevant. This is still such a cool effect. I mean, I think I know how they accomplished it mechanically. The level remembers the configuration it's supposed to have when nothing has been destroyed, and it basically... the components of the level are constructed a bit like Lego bricks, where you have a bunch of... not voxels or anything like that, but level geometry that is stored in pieces, and that breaks apart as you damage and destroy the level. And the thing is, using the Nanoforge basically restores any object within a given vicinity to its default state, the state it was before the level had suffered any kind of destruction or general calamity. Checking for ammo and for salvage. Salvage even more important. There's like a tier 2 upgrade that, you know, I have to get to tier 2 to use. I'm not even sure if I can upgrade my, like, Nanoforge-related abilities yet. But there's a tier 2 upgrade which basically, like, pays bounties for dead enemies. So basically just eliminating enemies, which you're going to do often enough, naturally, actually nets you salvage. So you earn money by killing targets. I'd recommend getting that as early as possible, for reasons which should be obvious. Okay, that might have been me.
Terrorists, fanatics, us. It wasn't us that drove us from our homes into exile. They hate us, fear us. Why? Because they are jealous.
Oh.
They are scared.
Fix! Darius Fix.
We are the true masters of Mars. And because of this, they must destroy us. Destroy life.
Hiya! Whoa! I just fixed that! So yes, as the sort of Lego bricks that make up all of this level geometry are told to repair themselves, any debris created by their destruction, basically the associated bricks, is despawned. So it's basically just spawning in and despawning elements, but the visual effect combined with, like, just on a mechanical level, the fact that levels are constructed with that kind of complex internal geometry. Because think about it, every piece has to be its own set of polygons and its own texture, and there needs to be destroyed and intact versions. I'm probably causing more damage to this facility than the cultists. If their tactic was to just leave all these explosives around here so that I blow the place up for them, they may have discovered a secret strategy that'll work.
Yeah, Donnie, somebody screwed up our order. We needed a C5 exosuit. The loader unit, not a damn Shiva. How does something like this even happen? We need to stack coolant, not blow it up. Get it out of here before someone gets drunk and takes it for a joyride.
Now, was that an honest mistake that the cultists then took advantage of, or did they facilitate it? Because, given that the White faction resorted to the same kind of guerrilla warfare that the Red faction itself did, with things like infiltrators and so forth, I wouldn't put it past them to have their guys working in the plant as spies. Ow. Oh. Ow! That's not a normal rifle. That's a nano rifle. Okay, we're not messing around with that. There we go. Oh no, we got both of them. Funny they didn't drop their nano rifles. Ah, damn it. Darius Fix. Convenient that he would happen to, you know, inherit this bit of phlebotomum, don't you think? you drop? That's better. Oh, are you really? The collision's gonna be like that, huh? There we go. One of you guys had nano rifles, but you didn't drop them. Yeah, you don't get the fancy weapons till the game decides you get the fancy weapons.
Need to get this bridge moving. Sam, can you find the controls? What happened?
Hale, I couldn't stop it.
Where is the son of a bitch?
That way. Careful, he's heavily armed.
How the hell did they get a Shiva?
Nothing 2 rounds from the plasma launcher can't fix. Alright, fine, I'll go the boring way, game. He's gone.
Hale's gotta be somewhere.
Mason, is the target down?
No, Sarge. Hale was reported moving this way.
Reported by who?
Wounded rifleman. Just passed him near the main reactor.
Only friendlies in this section are you and me, soldier.
When the Terraformer fell, the surface became a storm-blasted wasteland. We were
Hey, look,
forced
it's the
deep
creep.
underground into caverns and mines. In one moment, Adam Hale had crushed decades of Martian hopes and dreams. Sergeant Winters claimed the mission's failure was not my own. It sure as hell didn't feel that way.